Tonight's game is just around the corner as we start to wrap up the MLB pregame show. But before we go down to the action, let's take a look at a young player to watch for as we give you the Bowman Prospect Spotlight. Number 24 is in that spotlight. And everybody's been talking about the perfecto he tossed a few days ago, so today everybody's anxious to see what his encore will be.
Yeah, and it was such a thrill to watch him make baseball history with that perfect game. I mean, it's just such an amazingly difficult thing to do, and he did it in such dominant fashion. I mean, I know that it's sort of obvious, but really, there's not another word that I can think of that describes him on that day better than dominant. But after all the emotions and excitement he's dealt with this week, it'll be interesting to see how focused and ready he is in this one. Should be a fun one to watch.
All right, lineups and first pitch are coming up next. Stay tuned for that right here on the show. Now from the windy city of Chicago, there's a beautiful look at fabled Wrigley Field. Tonight, the first of this quick two-game series between the Chicago White Sox and the Chicago Cubs. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. How do they go about taking down their rivals, Steve?
Boy, this team is so tough to pitch to. They have the fewest strikeouts in the league. So if they continue to be aggressive at the plate, drive the ball into the gaps, and try to hang a crooked number up on this team early.
And there's a look at the starter this lineup will match up against as you take a look at his line on the right side of your screen. First pitch coming up as the leadoff man Melky Cabrera settles in to get us started.
Leading off the night for the White Sox, center fielder Melky Cabrera.
Hey, plays at one now.
Chop foul right at home plate at strike one.
First pitch, 7:06.
The windup and the 0-1. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. One away. Time now for Robin Ventura's Chicago White Sox starting lineup. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Steve?
Well, they have to keep hitting the ball into the gaps. I mean, they're near the top of the league in slugging percentage, so that has to keep up for them. Keep getting those extra base hits in the big situations.
Glenn Spoon will stand in, and as you can see the numbers away from home, he's been much better once he gets out on the road. Here's the first pitch to him. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one. EK, as we look at the Cubs entering play here tonight, they're on a nice little run, winners of 4 of their last 5 ball games.
And they were able to come away with the victory last night, so another performance like that would make their manager a happy man.
No ball.
Slow curveball, like a balloon, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 2.
Oh, just a little over anxious right there. I guess he figured he had a pretty good gauge on that fastball, and he'd hoped he'd see it again, but he got the curveball instead.
Got him looking with the fastball as that had some two-seam movement to it. 2 gone. And with that, let's take a look at the Cubs' alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, the last place you want to hit the ball against this team, right field. He won the Gold Glove Award last year. He can go get him with the best of anyone.
Jose Abreu gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
One of the great things about having a crosstown rival, as a visiting player, it's a lot like a home game. You're not dealing with hotels, airports, travel. You get to sleep in your own bed, stay in your routine. It's a big plus.
And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Ed Drummond.
Well, Matt, Drummond is a really well-respected umpire. Pretty rare that anyone has a major beef with the way he calls the strike zone.
Beaten into the ground over to first. Onto the bag with it is Rizzo, and the inning is over. Down in order go the White Sox. It's the White Sox nothing. Cubbies coming to bat. A Windy City showdown, and it's on the show.
Frazier.
Hey, we got no outs.
Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. One strike.
That thing's knee-high on the outside third of the plate. Pretty understandable why he couldn't catch up with that one.
Now the 0-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he lays off the curveball. Strike 3 called, and that's going to be out number 1.
Batting fifth. Catcher.
Deoner Navarro will come forward now. Back in the lineup after being used as a pinch hitter last night. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1.
Yeah, a little surprising he didn't offer it that one. That was a dangerous spot for a good fastball hitter.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
He's found a pretty nice rhythm out here early on.
Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, it doesn't seem like it's taken him too long to get into his groove here. He's now struck out 3 of the first 5 guys he's faced, and I'd say that he's looking pretty strong early on.
Hey, come on now, here we go.
So here is Avisail Garcia. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1.
Boy, he may strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
Fastball called for strike 2.
And there's number 8. 1 away.
No score here as we play inning number 2. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Back with more on our Wednesday night showcase right after this. Number 24 gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2.
All right, one time.
He's set. Here it comes.
One pitch right here.
That's yanked into the stands. Strike 1.
Hey, here we go. Come on now. One time.
Hey, come on.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Line toward the alley in left center. And the Cubs are going to strike first here. It's a base hit, and they have taken a 1-0 lead.
Helping his own cause right there, and no need to wait for the RBI guys to drive him in. He says, you know what? I can be an RBI guy, too. That's a great at-bat right there, and that drives in a run.
David Ross will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Well, you kind of just take his batting average with a grain of salt because you know he's never been known as one of those good major league hitters.
And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
And you know what? That might be a little frustration coming out right here. You didn't get the call on the pitch before. You're a little bit steamed out there. And here, pretty clearly trying to overthrow this ball, and it winds up getting away from him.
Jason Hayward has a great opportunity now to break this game wide open as he comes to the plate with the bases loaded.
Yeah, I'm sure he's been watching closely here, Matt. Always feels great to get some run support from your guys.
2 strikes.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Oh, that's a tough take, but a good one. The pressure's still squarely on the pitcher out there. He's still got to come in.
Hey, let it fly up there, huh?
Liner towards second. Well, this will be pulled in out there at second base, and that'll be that. Brett Laurie will dig in now. 1 home run shy of 20 for the season so far. First delivery to him on the way.
Go right now, fellas, right now.
And that swung on and missed for strike 1.
Doing a good job right there of tying him up inside. Got in on his hands that time before he could get that barrel through the zone.
Hey, nobody away.
A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
Yeah, same pitch, same result, and he's late on it again.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning.
If you want to see a guy get blown away at the plate, this is just one finger down 3 times in a row. He was just overmatched there.
Plays the first here.
Here's J-Roll, Jimmy Rollins now. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half, it's 0-1. He'll come in here at 259. 5 homers and 33 driven in.
Got 1 here.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Rollins swings and misses as he's behind here 0-2.
And this battery knows full well that this guy's been scuffling lately. So they're not messing around here. They're coming right after him.
And a good curveball there, but he wouldn't bite. It's 1-2.
Jeez. Finally. That's the first ball they've taken all night. About time, boys.
And Rollins will lay off here, and he's worked the count back to 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Boy, and they cannot touch him right now. 5 straight strikeouts on the ledger, and there are 2 away.
55. Carlos Rodon.
Down now.
Standing in now, Carlos Rodon. As he will swing and miss on a fastball on the outer half, it's strike 1.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Yeah. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
0-2, here it comes. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. They still trail 1-0. Number 24 will get a shot now in an RBI spot, so a chance to help his own cause here.
And he's got a hit in the game already, so he can handle the bat at least a little bit.
Let her rip.
Looking to minimize the damage here. Here's a high pop-up. Abreu is there for it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Melky Cabrera is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Into the seats, 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And he's going to start this inning out the same way he started the previous two. 7 consecutive strikeouts. My word. One away.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point. So his control has been really, really spot on so far.
Hey, one away. One away.
Stepping in now, Glenn Spoon. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far on the knees.
Oh, my goodness. Talk about a developing story here. 8 straight strikeouts, and there are 2 away now.
Pretty stress-free inning so far. 2 batters, 6 pitches, and 2 strikeouts.
Jose Abreu digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Well, there's another first pitch strike right there, and you know, he's gotten ahead of every single batter he's faced so far, and that's a big reason why he's getting these good results.
Fastball called for strike 2.
You talk about coming back with a shutdown inning. How about striking out the side to give your guys a little bit of a lift? He's 1 pitch away from doing just that.
Grounded up the first baseline. But a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Down in order go the White Sox. Still down 3-0. Leading off the inning, Todd Frazier, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup, 0-1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game, because right now they just seem out of it.
Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul for the second strike. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
That changeup's been real effective for him so far. The guys have been falling behind in the count, so they're forced to protect. And this thing looks so good coming out of his hand that they just go ahead and chase after it.
There's one here.
Here's the catcher, Deoner Navarro. As he'll go after the first pitch here and pop one up over toward the left side of the infield.
Got it.
And this is handled easily, so quickly 2 are gone here to start the 5th.
Up next,
A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. Stepping in, Avisail Garcia. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
Down the third baseline. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Oh, my goodness, this guy is really starting to heat up now. That's 8 straight games with a base hit. He's been fun to watch.
Into the box now, Brett Laurie. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Number 24 will step in. He's singled in 2 trips thus far. Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
Hey, have a rip at it up there, huh?
And that's lifted the other way out to left. Spoon has it in his tracks, and that ends the inning. The former MVP Jimmy Rollins set to... Jimmy Rollins will come in now to start things out here in their half of the 6th as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
Yeah, and I think that's putting it mildly. Just 1 hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches to hit. But that fella on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure.
0-2 now as a curveball drops in there for a strike. Do you even bother with anything else here?
I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
And another foul ball. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now. Adam Eaton will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. Out in front of it, strike 1. 0-1, here it comes. Hit on the ground to short. There's Baez on to first, and there were 2 down.
The center fielder, number 53.
Melky Cabrera will come forward now. He's popped out and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances. In there at the knees, strike 1. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
Boy, he is putting on a clinic out there right now. These guys don't know what to look for.
Trying to get Cabrera to chase there, but it's 1-2.
No, that's
breaking
down.
ball there is down. Good job of laying off. It's back to 2-2.
Yeah, and on 1-2, when you know the guy at the plate needs to protect, that's a great spot for that curveball. A lot of guys, they would have gone fishing for that.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings as he continues to give them fits out there. Glenn Spoon is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
Got him. And that's number 15 for the ball game.
Ouch. That's a rough night at the ballpark here. 3rd strikeout. One thing you can't do, though, you can't go into that dugout hanging your head. You got to think, hey, it's over. I'll get another shot to redeem myself. Whether that's tonight or sometime in the future, that's the attitude you have to have.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. On the move is Hayward.
I got it.
2 gone. Todd Frazier will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ball game so far. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Number 24 will buy himself another at-bat, and in turn he'll get himself a nice little ovation for the work he's turned in on the mound so far.
He's been great. This is an appreciative crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
Get your pitch.
One time,
and
right
he'll
now.
step out and ask for time. Maybe trying to get this pitcher out of the rhythm he's in right now.
Well, come on, big dog, get your pitch.
Come on, big dog, get your pitch.
And, guys, you can't win if you can't score, so there's probably not a whole lot of debate about who'll take home Topps Player of the Game honors in this one.
Yeah, really a dominating performance out there. Look at all the strikeouts. I mean, they just couldn't touch it.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and